Nobody here gives a fuck. I don't think a lot of people here watch 98
I mean, like,
Fiancé.
I go to restaurants. Maybe it has nothing to do with me being on television. I feel like I've always been this way. I go to wherever I want. I've gone to restaurants in New York in joggers and Jordans, and like I see everybody else is dressed up. What are they gonna do? Not serve me? They never tell me it's a dress code. I go by myself. I eat like I might be in between places, and I just want really good food, and I'm in the middle of shopping, or I just came out of yoga, and I like don't feel like going home and getting changed. I'm spending the same money, so like I don't know.
Do you like sushi? Oh my god,
Oh,
I don't eat cooked or raw fish.
what?
No,
Tim, we need a life swap.
no,
This would be
nah,
so
nah, bro.
interesting.
Like I don't eat mayonnaise. I don't eat
I don't
ketchup. I don't eat
eat mayonnaise either.
the
But
smell of mayonnaise, almost like the smell of bad weed, can literally make me nauseous.
Tim, can you give me a day in your life? Just give me like,
Okay,
I wake
yeah,
up at,
yeah.
and like, give me a whole day.
So I set my alarm every day depending on where we're at in the crypto market. So on like bull market times, I usually set my first alarm for 5:30, and I get up for like 3 hours and do all my shit I need to do because crypto starts early in America.
Okay.
And then I may go back to bed for an hour or two, or like it's really hard for me to nap, so I'll just like work and shit until like usually 5 or 6. Then I like try to like relax for a minute. I might fall asleep on the couch or something, might not. And then typically after that, the rest of my night is doing shit like this, or like right now I'm about to launch a project, so I got like a lot of shit going on Discord. I'll give it like today, for example. I had a plumber come out. Plumber guy here was like couldn't figure out how to turn off the water to my house, so I had to call the HOA, and now they have to get the city to cut off the water tomorrow because my main valve to turn off water to my house is broken. So we can't shut off water to my house to fix another leak that I've got. So like I'm trying to give that, and then I went out, was like I'm gonna go buy Goodwill and see if I can find like a couple DVDs or CDs, and I ended up buying 2,000 DVDs and games from a pawn shop. So that took me 2 truckloads to bring home. And then like I got on here. I watch a lot of YouTube, watch a lot of podcasts, a lot of crypto shows. I mean, there's daily crypto shows like news. So I mean, I have like 3 shows I watch every day.
Mm.
But I can work. I have 4 monitors, so I can work and have like I can have the live market up on one. I can have
So
YouTube
work,
coming.
when you say work, it's day trading.
Day trading, yes, or dealing with customers, of questions on something they want to buy, printing out labels, packaging shit up to mail out,
Okay.
yeah, going and buying inventory,
How
whatever.
many guns do you sell per week?
Man, not this time of year. I don't even list guns for sale. So from January until tax time, I don't list guns for sale. Like if I do things right, I buy guns the next 2 months, and then I buy guns in the summer because people sell guns and people are not buying guns in the summer because they're going on vacation and back to
Okay.
school. And then in August, I work on all those guns and get them ready. And hopefully, right after Halloween, I have like 20 or 25 guns done that I can list for Christmas time. Now, that's not been working because I'm just been lazy. So, in the heyday of my gun business, I would sell like maybe 2 a week.
Okay.
So, maybe like a really good month would be 10. And now it's more like probably 12 to 15 a year. And it's not
Wow.
because I don't have buyers, it's because I don't have product. Like
Okay.
it takes a lot of work to do one gun. I mean, it could be 2 months just to get one gun done
Okay.
because it goes from me to my polisher in Pennsylvania, and then I have to wait on him. He's backed up, and then I get the gun back, and then I have to do the gold work. If it's gonna get engraved, then that's another step. Then if it's custom grit, I mean, it's a whole process.
Wow.
So,
That's really cool.
and then we're not even gonna mention like anything TV related if I gotta travel for that
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. So, because we have to like not acknowledge that as like a part of our life. And
Got it. Gabe was live. Why didn't Gabe just come to our live? Danielle, what are your top 3 restaurants in New York? Okay, you ready? Number 1, hands down, I don't care what anyone says, Thai Villa. The best Thai food you will ever eat. Prove me wrong. That's number 1. Number 2, To Rossi to Sori, the new Italian spot that's owned by the same people who own Carbone, Teresi. That's a really good spot. And I really like Nobu. I like their sushi. I can't really give you just three because I also really love a Smith and Walensky steak. But that's really it. Danielle, I just want you to shout me out. I love you. I hope nothing but good things for you. Of course, Woo Ter. It's quite the name. Gabe is fishing again. Gabe fishes all day. He fishes
Does Gabe
all day.
fish?
Every single day, all day.
Yeah, I was like talking to Monica a lot, and we were like playing video games and stuff together. And I think she like met a guy or something. So now like that was like a real quick friendship. We were friends like every day talking friends for like a month, and then now I think she got a boyfriend, and I don't hear from her. So
When was this?
Monica, Gabe's sister,
Yeah, no, when was this? I'm friends with her.
like in the last 6 weeks.
Really? Yeah, no. She definitely doesn't have a boyfriend.
Well, she was seeing somebody. Maybe it
I
was
mean, she dates.
yeah, maybe it was casual. But do I game another 90-day cast? I have. Not like consistently. I mean, I've been trying to game with Andre forever, but he's busy as fuck.
I love Andre. He's so
Yeah,
nice.
I like
He
Andre.
gets a bad rap, but he's cool. Monica and Gabe were live. WTF?
Well, they didn't want to come talk with us. That's all there is to it.
I'm gonna call him right now and yell at him.
Yeah, because I think Gabe was sick, wasn't he? Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm like supposed to say or not say.
Don't say.
Okay.
Where you at, homie?
Lake Lure. So, Amanda, is Lake Lure not the lake that a military plane crashed in the 50s and people swear that all the sea life under there is like giant sized? It's like a rumor. Is that Baden Lake? Isn't that near Lake Lure, Baden Lake? Which gaming headset do you use? I've got a Quest 3 right now that I'm using.
I feel like I want to buy a video game console and be one who plays video games.
Get a Oculus. You can play games on them, but then you can also do social shit with people like me.
Oculus. So my son had one of these. That it has to go with a Samsung phone, right?
No, that's the old ones. No, the new ones are standalone. And the new one that just came out, the Quest 3, it's really light. You can do anything on it. You can use it as like 6 computer monitors. You can go to the movie theater and watch a movie. You can play games.
Really?
It's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
And how do you play games with it? You need like a hand thing, or do I like fight people with this thing on my head?
You can play board games. You can play fighting games. You can play shooter games. You can play any game.
I kind of want this because I feel like I'm kind of stuck in this house.
Referral code, and if you use my code, we both get $30 in game credit for free.
It's me.
Okay.
Send it to me because maybe I'll get one.
Anybody else want my code? Because I would appreciate it if you guys use it. By the way, if any of you have Oculuses, any game you want, I probably have a code for that'll get you 25% off, and it gets me $5 of credit free. So DM me if you're ever wanting to buy a game.
I'm seeing fighting in the comments. Why are you guys fighting with each other?
Ooh.
Everybody's be nice to each other. Summer booty sweat.
That's what I said in your live, and you like flipped out on me.
Miss Nobatic accountant. Be nice to each other. Well, they're just calling each other names. A bunch of people want the code. Post the code. Oculus. Let me Google this.
All right, here's the code. I'll pin it.
Oculus. Where do I get? Do I get this on Oculus Quest 3?
If you
That's what I'm looking at.
click the link that I just posted, then you'll go right to it.
Oh, these are expensive.
They're $600. Click the link I just posted.
Just text it to me because I can't click that link. It doesn't work that way.
that's really not expensive if you think about it. You're getting a video game console, a 200-inch movie projector screen, and a computer monitor, and a million other things it can do.
Oh, it's
And
made by Meta?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so, I know, guys. It's very simple. You see it's meta.com/referrals/link/Tim Malcolm. I'm happy to send it to you in DM if you write me in DM, or you can just copy and paste it.
Come on, I don't know my Facebook email and password.
But I'm happy to send it to you guys. Like I said, they've got a great deal on the Quest 3 right now. So if you buy the Quest 3, you get Asgard's Wrath 2, which is a really good AAA game that just came out. It's one of the best VR games I've ever played. It's like normally $50 or $60, and you get 6 months of Meta's, basically their Netflix, which you get 2 free games a month from their Game Pass, and you get 6 months of that for free.
Wait, we can't find a Meta account using the same login info as your Instagram account. Do I have to create a Meta account?
Yes. They just changed it, which is actually better that they did that. Tim, can you use it with anything like, do you just connect it to a TV? You connect it to a computer wirelessly or with a cable. Now it's got a Netflix app on it, and it's got an app called Big Screen that
So
you
I could
can like.
just watch a movie in it?
Yeah, we can actually watch movies together in a movie theater in it.
Is that you asking me on a date, Tim?
Yeah, and I can like literally throw popcorn at you, or like, I mean, it's really fucking cool. We can sit in outer space, like you're into all that fucking weird astrology shit. We can sit on Mars and watch a movie on a 300-inch screen.
This is so cool. Wait, I lost it.
It's so fucking cool. Like, I'm telling you, man, everybody should have one.
It's not letting me in. All right, I'm gonna play with this at another time. Create your Meta Horizon profile.
What's up
Is
with the summer booty? I'm assuming that's a question for you.
What's up with the summer boot? Oh no, they're fighting with each other. She's one of the people in the live.
Summer booty.
Yeah,
What
again.
is Summer Boots doing?
Summer Booty is fighting with everyone apparently.
About what though? What are we fighting about? I want to fight.
Talking about popcorn. I'm just trying to watch a movie with her.
I would never
6'5",
fuck you because you look like your pussy smells like trash, truck juice, and 6 bags of hell nah. What's up with that? Summer, what's the issue? Yo, titties also like 2 cent on prison honey buns. What's your she said? Summer, are you a man or a woman? Connie, I don't have a gun store. I do all from home sales. Summer Booty talk nasty about Danielle. Well, Danielle doesn't eject people from her live, so
what did
I'll
she
let Danielle
say about me?
I don't know, but I mean, if Danielle wants me to boot her, I will.
I want to know what this host said.
Well, let's bring her on. Summer, come on down.
You got something
don't be a pussy.
Join the live.
Back it up if you're gonna talk shit. Tim, take me to dinner in Charlotte. Were you literally not in here when I just said I hate food and restaurants?
So how do you go on dates? Like if you go on a date, what do you do?
Don't.
You don't. You're like me. Yeah, I get it. Boot her?
Bro, there's nothing wrong with that.
He talked about shooting you. What are you talking about? Wants to screw Danielle with 15 mollies.
Summer.
I don't know what that means. Go back and read it. Can we find this comment?
I mean, they're still posting shit, but like, I didn't see any like violent threat. If they said they were gonna shoot you, I'm gonna fucking eject them.
Yeah. Tim, I bought one for my husband. We don't use it much because we don't really get it. Do you have any advice for where to see how to use it?
I do, in fact. Send it to Danielle.
What? Send what to Danielle?
The Oculus that they can't figure out how to work.
Oh.
How are you on the single life if you don't date? Well, clearly I date, but I don't date enough that I have to navigate around restaurants. Okay, Summer, I didn't see it, and I really don't. I'm just like, people are complaining about you.
About me, I never said I would shoot
just
bro.
Like, tone it down, please.
Yeah, no fighting in the comments. Let me. You guys are funny. What is your favorite game on the Oculus? On the Oculus?
Mine, uh, Demio or Demio is probably my favorite.
What
I,
What would be my? What kinds of things would I enjoy doing? Can I learn things on it?
you can do anything on it. I mean, like it has AR built into it, so like you can sit in your living room and you can like literally have zombies start walking down your stairs and fucking coming through your window, and like it's
Oh
cool
my
as
God!
shit.
Could you imagine taking mushrooms and doing this?
I could. It'd probably be awesome for people that like mushrooms. Why don't I play Nintendo? Is Nintendo even still making consoles besides that little
You could get it
small
on eBay,
handheld?
like you get all your other things.
I've got an emulator. You like literally, if you have a computer, you can download an emulator with every old video
Can you
game.
work out on the Oculus? That's a good question,
Yeah,
y'all.
of course. They have tons of fitness apps. I
That's
mean,
actually great.
you play a boxing game on the Oculus, like I have a ping pong game and a putt putt game, and like you will break a sweat 30 minutes. Even just standing to play a video game for 20 or 30 minutes is a workout. In VR, you have to physically do every action. So even in a shooter game, you have to hold the gun up. So just imagine, hold your hands up for 15 minutes like this and see how tired your arms get. You have to reload the gun, not by pressing a button like in a game. You have to pull the mag out, put a new mag in, cock the gun every time. Everything you're actually doing. So it's a very good workout. But they have fitness apps too, where you have a virtual instructor and you just mimic what they tell you to. I mean, actually, the Apple one that's coming out, theirs is tailored around fitness. It like works for your Apple Watch, but it's $3,500.
Oh wow. Good night,
Yeah,
Danielle and Tim.
you
Guys,
could.
I
I
think
did a meet and greet in VR one time. I mean, there was only like 4 or 5 people that showed up, but like, uh, uh,
my still teaching yoga classes online. Yes.
you could do yoga classes in VR very easily. In
Can
fact, you
I
could
teach yoga on VR?
absolutely. You could even build your own studio.
OMG, the possibilities are endless.
So my team that I have for Second Life Ventures, the
Mm-hmm.
blockchain company I have,
Yeah.
I bought every one of my team members an Oculus, and we do all of our meetings in VR.
What club is this you're in? What business?
I have a business called Second Life Ventures. That's a blockchain deployment company. So like we deploy crypto contracts and NFT contracts for people.
Okay.
Like I have a 2-hour Zoom with Corey Feldman that you guys would die at because he's something else. Where I was proposing a plan to launch NFTs for him. I actually recorded it, but I'd get in a lot of trouble if I fucking showed it. But
How
I
old is
got
he?
Corey Feldman's probably like
Gotta be
I don't
50.
know, 48 or 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out there, man. I mean, he was nice. Don't get me wrong. He said a couple of things that were kind of douchey, but I don't think he understood that they were douchey because he's kind of like out of it.
Yeah.
But Corey's Angels, yeah, this is after the Angel days. Nah, he's not doing the Angels thing. This actually was like maybe 4 or 5 months ago. It was pretty recent.
All right. I think it's my bedtime.
Yeah,
I have to go to sleep.
yeah.
I love you guys. It's been so. Thank you for welcoming me onto your live and giving me 3 hours of your time. I'm very grateful. This is fun.
You're welcome. Yeah.
And I hope you guys all have an amazing evening without me. I'm sure Tim will migrate over to one of the other lives. Well, who else is live right now?
I typically don't jump in other people's
You
lives.
don't?
I tried to the other day because my live ended and I really didn't feel like going live. So I was like, oh, I just saw somebody else. It was Sarper and that
Oh,
crew, and
oh.
they were too cool for me. They ignored me,
They
and
wouldn't let you in?
they wouldn't even acknowledge. Like there was 15 people in the chat consistently posting, add Tim, Tim, and they did not even acknowledge. And like, what's her face? Shekinah was like commenting, and they would only interact with her. They did not interact with the fans at all. And it, honestly, I'm not even trying to be mean. It was like the most boring live I've ever seen with 3 people. It was, and I like
Rishi.
what's his name?
Rishi
Rishi.
is a nice guy.
Rishi's a nice guy, but Sarper, Rishi, and Razvan, it was. I'm almost glad they didn't have me because it was. I mean, I just don't even know how I could have livened that one up. So
I'm trying to picture
yeah,
that
like
conversation that was
that's not
probably.
my crew for sure. Like, and I just feel like I would have said jokes that they didn't get, and like
Yeah.
inevitably I would have said something. What I see is that probably me and Sarper would have gotten into an argument, or me and Shekinah. Like, so it's probably good that they didn't. But I will never try again. That was like my one shot at trying to socialize. Razvan is
Yeah.
right. You don't say. You don't say. Can we get
Danielle's
Veronica
falling
on here
asleep.
too?
I am,
Veronica
guys.
doesn't
This
do
is this
lives.
is like 2 hours. You don't even know. I go to bed at 9:15. You think I'm being ridiculous, but it's really what I do. So I love you. I'm going to bed. I hope everyone has a great night. And I will see you all soon.
Yeah, hold on. Okay. I can take. I don't know how much time I have left, but let's see. See, sexy, you're next. I'll take a couple fans in real quick and see. Y'all bring some good questions that I can actually answer. Please don't ask me about single life. Can't talk about single life. What up, Jolov? Yeah, like that's what I always say, you guys. If I get somebody like Danielle or Caesar, somebody that I jive with, it makes the lives a lot easier to do because there's a consistent person to talk with. It's a little bit harder when you do it solo because you're literally just talking to text, and it feels a bit strange. Will you ever see me and my girlfriend? How do you know if I have a girlfriend or not? You gotta watch Single Life. So me and my ex that I used to talk about all the time, clearly we're not together, or I wouldn't have been on Single Life. Hey, if you're drunk, I'm sorry, I really don't want to add you. Drunks get on my nerves. Teresa, you're next. You can tell I'm not fond of 90 Day. That's not true at all. I love being a part of 90 Day. I've just been doing it a long time. So, hello. Hello. Okay, this is the problem. Why I used to add people all the time. That was like a big part of my lives, and now it's just like super hard to get somebody in that has a light and points the camera at themselves or speaks. Hello, Sue Quintanilla. Thank you very much, Makeup Witch. What kind of travel? I don't really travel unless I'm working. So it's like New York, Miami, New York, New York, New York, Miami. Basically, that's it for now. You heard that Big Ed was on Bigo. I don't know what Bigo is. Do I live close to Veronica? It's like 25 minutes. Thank you very much, Deborah. Appreciate that. Hold on, I got another question. Is there anyone on Single Life Cash you would consider dating? Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. You mean like currently on the cast? Probably not. But never say never, right? Um. Okay, C Sexy 221. This is the last time I'm gonna try to add you, and then I'm moving on. I know you've been waiting a while. Thank you, Gonzalez. Appreciate it. Thank you, Boston. Uh, I'm not mining anything. That's electroplating machines. I used to mine helium, but I don't mine crypto at all anymore. It's not worth it anymore. Okay, if you have Pokemon cards unopened, bad boys, you must have left earlier when I said this. DM me pictures of what you have, and I'll look. But if you want like Sotheby's prices for them, don't even bother. I mean, I'll pay a fair price, but I'm not paying whatever the highest shit ever sold for. I've taken Veronica shooting once or twice. In fact, there's a video of me and her shooting on Instagram, I think. She knows how to shoot a gun. Uh, uh, BJ Roach, thank you so much for buying the badge. I appreciate that. All right, see sexy. That's no much. All right, Tanya Mendoza. I do buy comic books. They have to be old, like you know, 80s and before. The older, the more interested I am. So like 50s, 60s, 40s. That's like my prime interest. But there is a few from the 80s and 70s. And I buy Magic the Gathering cards if it's older stuff, not newer stuff, and Dungeons and Dragons stuff if it's older. Um, I mean, honestly, like if it's collectible and vintage, I'm probably I collect and buy all types of stuff, whether I buy it to resell it or whether I buy it just to hold on to. You know, why do you always wear a hat in my lives? Because my hair is not done, and and it's cold in Charlotte. Do you play Pokemon game on the phone? I don't play any games on my phone actually. I'm, I don't do that. Who's your favorite current cast member from The Other Way? Dude, I have no idea. You'd have to tell me who's on it. Uh, Maureen, you're next. I don't know if the app's not working or if I'm just getting like everybody that asked to join is not joining. Here we go, Maureen.
Oh,
Hello.
I can't believe it. I can't believe I look like this. I have COVID.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's okay. This is my second time. So, first time around, this is the sequel. I work with kids. I can't believe I'm talking with you because I love you and Veronica. I watch the show all the time. I think you're so amazing and what
Oh,
a beautiful friendship you guys have. And, when F Boy came and I love how you escorted him out. You were like a brother to her. And I just wish I had a friend like you.
oh, well, thank you so much, Maureen. I appreciate that.
I
Really
can't
do.
believe I'm talking to you. This is so freaking my mind out. Here I am in bed and I couldn't look anywhere. Could I look anywhere worse?
I'm in my pajamas too, so it's like it is what it is. Don't worry about it.
But I just want to say I love your sense of style. I love that you own who you are, and I think you're an amazing man to adopt Veronica's. I'm sorry if I'm saying her name wrong because I can't even believe I'm on. But
Veronica,
I
right?
just
Right.
oh, God, Veronica. I love Veronica, and the fact that you stepped up and you took her daughter on as your own. That's a real man, and I love and adore you. And don't listen to the haters, because for people to get online and waste their time to say negative things. I mean, how sad is their lives? I
It,
mean, really.
it is that, yeah. Being on TV taught me a lot about people in a negative way, but luckily it's not made me cynical, or
No,
not any
no.
more cynical than I already was. Because yeah, when you
You're
constantly,
truthful. You're truthful. I don't think you're cynical. I think you're truthful. You've got life experience. Life has hit you hard. It's hit me hard at times. Does it make you cynical, or does it make you more wise, or does it make you both? I don't know. That's the question.
well, I think for me, so this, let me try to say this without sounding like egotistical, because like I'm not the smartest guy in the world, right? But like,
Neither. I'm not the smartest either. I don't know
but I
the
will
answers.
say that being on TV taught me that like I must be above average, because
You are.
there's so many stupid people that like literally I never knew that like there was this many issues going on with people's intelligence until I was on TV. Of like, I swear to God, grown adults in their 40s, 50s, and even
Mm-hmm.
60s, the way they conduct themselves online, where online is treated as just like almost like a anonymous platform where, you know, these people sometimes say things that I'm like, if your boss saw that you said that, would you still have
Mm-hmm.
a job? You know, like I'm sure you don't
Exactly.
talk like that in person. So again, it's been a really cool experience. Like someone said a minute ago, why do I not like 98? I love 98. Clearly, I mean, it's my choice to continue to stay on with it. But I think that a lot of people do not realize how much the cast gives for not a lot of, you know, payment or
Right. Right.
like again, it's a weird type of fame. Like
It must be. It must be.
I guess like real actors that are famous get treated, you know, where they get a better table at the restaurant, they get to skip the line, they get
Sure.
free. It's like the richer people are, the more free stuff they get. The people that don't need
Mhm.
it, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
like it's a weird thing being on reality TV because like millions of people know who you are and they know your life and they walk up to you and act like, you know, they've known you for so long, and you're just like you're the same, but it's like you're not in a way. So
Gotcha.
it's a very strange. Well, I always tell the story, so forgive me if y'all been in my lives before, but like
No, no, no.
Will Smith made a video on YouTube
Yeah.
that talks about he went broke after he was famous, like after he came out with his album, like in between his CD and Fresh Prince, and he talks about how strange it was to be famous and broke. Where, you know, he was on the city bus with people, but like he was super famous and he should have had money. It's a very
Sure.
weird feeling to be like 98 Fiancé is the biggest reality TV franchise in the world. It's in 200 countries. It's international,
Yeah.
and like millions of people watch it. But like we're living normal lives where like we have to go to work and like, you know, it's a very weird dynamic. So that is something that I feel like your average person doesn't understand when they see one of us crack or like, you know, be stressed or lose our temper. It's like it can be a very stressful situation to be in. Some people handle it better than others,
Yes.
you know. So like you know, I've got thick skin, but like that's an anomaly with the amount
But
of
you're
attacks that I
human
get.
too, though.
Right.
You're
Well,
human
everybody
too.
is. I mean, so
Yeah.
again, like even if somebody got on, you know, went on TV and made an ass of themselves, the
Hmm.
repercussions are times a million that a person not on TV would have gotten, and a lot of people are not prepared for that. So, anyway, I appreciate all the love, though. It's nice to get nice
I'm a,
comments after
I'm a
so many.
huge fan, and I was always hoping you could see my positive comments of Veronica because you have such a beautiful friendship. Ever says, "Why don't you get together?" You know, but I get it, and I think you stepping up and being the man that you are and taking her daughter as yours, and people make fun. Oh, you wear eyeliner. You have a very distinctive, wonderful style that I adore, and people really, these keyboard warriors make fun of that, and I'm just like, F them.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean, for social media, unfortunately, I have a love-hate relationship. I used to love social media before I was on TV, and now I'm like, I honestly, I know you're gonna think I'm making a joke. I feel like people should be required to get a license, like,
yes.
or like they should KYC every person that wants to be on social media, like, which is Know Your Country, where you have to be verified, like, of who you are, because if you're gonna go on and say
I
terrible
agree.
things to people, then people should know who's really saying it, not a picture of your dog
Right.
on a fake account. So
Hiding behind a
anyway, I'm sure that
screen.
will never happen, but I'm
Yeah.
my life's gonna end probably in 5 or 10 minutes, and I want to try to get a couple more people. But thank you so much. I really
Thank
appreciate it.
you. This has been an honor. I've always wanted to talk to you and Veronica. I can't believe I just came on looking like this, but I love you, Tim, with all my heart. Keep being you, and
Uh,
please send my love to Veronica. I know I'm always rooting for you, and I'm looking forward to the new series. And I hope you will find love someday, especially when you're not looking. That's what happened to me.
okay.
I found a wonderful guy. I love
All
you,
right. I
Tim.
appreciate it so much. Have a good night.
You
All right.
too. Bye bye,
Bye bye.
Tim.
All right, guys. Let's see. This live is gonna end, I'm sure, soon. Let me catch up. See, it's 11 p.m. Yeah, that's correct. Who has the thinnest skin on 90 Day? I don't know, because, like, when you're breaking from TV comments, that's something you would probably only share with your really close friends or family. And I'm not super close with a lot of 90 Day people. So now I tell most 90 Day people that I run into the first time that if they ever need someone to talk to, I always encourage them to reach out to me. I try to treat all the cast members, even if I don't necessarily like what I've seen on TV, as human. And I've told you guys before that somebody reached out to me that was a veteran cast member when I first started, when I was really going through like a hard time on my first show. And that's always stuck out with me, and I kind of want to pay it forward like she did. It was Debbie, Colt's mom. And I've always tried to be the same with other people. All right, let me try to get Mary. This is gonna be the last one, guys. My back is killing me. Well, she declined. I'll do one more. My back is killing me from moving all these freaking DVDs. All right, Jordan. Thank you, Bela. Yeah, Debbie's cool, man.
Hey,
Hey, what's going on?
good. How are you?
I am good. So what you got for me?
So my question was, you already answered the first question that I sent, so I had to come up with something else up here. But Veronica or Kenny, who is your most favorite Pillow Talk co-host?
I mean, to be honest, like, I'm gonna have to say Veronica just because I feel like me and Veronica produce the better content. Like Veronica and I, it's just hard to beat that dynamic. Like, and I mean, not in a, I'm a very self-deprecating person, but me and Veronica are good at pillow talk. Like, we're good with one-liners. Her and I both have a good sense of humor, and we've done that job long enough that we know exactly how to make it work with TV and the way they cut it.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually a learning curve, to be honest. Like, pillow talk's not nearly as easy as it looks, where like people are like, oh my god, me and my friends pillow talk at home, we'd be so good at that. It's not that simple. Because of the time constraints and the way that it's edited, you really got to learn how to tell jokes with, I always say, with no fat around them, like nothing you could trim out.
Right.
So like the shorter your joke, the better. So you got to get really good at one-liners, which is, if you're trying to be funny, sometimes like you might be a funny storyteller, but you're not given the time allotment to tell a story. Mm-hmm. So to come up on the spot, it's like very similar to a freestyle rapper. So like you watch a freestyle rapper that you're just like, how do they think of? We're doing jokes for 15 hours, and people like are always like, oh, they're wearing earpieces, producer talent. No, nobody's telling us. We don't have a script. Nobody's telling us what to say. So we're consistently trying to watch and think of something on the moment to say funny, because we're watching it through. So it's not like we can go back 5 minutes before and tell a joke about something that just hit us. And it takes a lot to train your brain, not only to think that fast, but to not tire out after 5 hours of that, so that by the time we're watching the end, you know, you can still come up with something funny. So, you know, I will say that if I go back and watch the first like season of Pillow Talk we did, we've definitely gotten better. But I like Kenny too. I mean, maybe if me and Kenny spent more time with each other, but it's like, for example, learning when you think the other person is going to get finished speaking, because if you both talk, it's unusable. So
Right.
like, it's little things like that about timing, knowing the mannerisms and facial expressions of whoever you're doing it with. You really have to know that person to make it work, because like I said, I mean, you got to know when they're finished talking. You got to know maybe what they're thinking, so you both can make a joke and kind of say it at the same time. It's a lot, and I can do that well with Veronica because we've known each other for so long. So
Yeah.
I think Kenny is cool, and he's, you know, doing his thing with Armando, but I don't feel like him and we're not at the same level, I don't think, as like Veronica are.
Because I thought you two were pretty close, but I'm also just on the outside looking in, right?
Well, no. Yeah, I am close with Kenny, but like, I've never been to Kenny's house. Kenny's never been to mine. Kenny lives in Mexico.
Right.
So like, I've only ever like hung out with Kenny like if we're both in New York for something or both like, you know, so we talk on the phone and stuff, but Kenny's a really busy guy too. So I mean, sometimes it can take me a couple of days to get him to call me back or text me back or whatever. So I mean, again, I don't have the experience with him.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
like I think we've done Pill Talk together. Like we did that tell all, and then I think we've done it like once or twice. So maybe like 3 times we filmed together. Me and Veronica filmed 200 times together. You know, so it's like
Yeah.
we can be
Well,
blindfolded.
oh, the way Veronica even thinks, like you just know her, so it's
Yeah, I
different.
mean, Veronica and I can like. I'm not
Like,
gonna say we can finish each
yeah,
other though. Like we know where the joke is headed.
mhm.
Usually, like we know each other well enough to know. I mean, and a lot of times, me and Veronica will say the same joke at the same time. I mean, it may not be word for word, but it's the same context, you know.
What I love,
So,
one of the things I love most about Pillow Talk is because me and my partner, I just got engaged on Christmas, but we watch obviously all of the different shows of 90 Day. And I love like when we watch Pillow Talk and I'll like blurt something out, and then one of y'all say like the exact same thing, I'm like, yes.
yeah, it's a good point that Nurse Brittany just said. So, like, if me and that's the thing. Like, when you're watching these cast members and they're showing you a scene, clearly like people that have been doing this show long enough identify really quick an easy joke to tell about something that's going on. It's like lazy comedy, right? So that's why, and they love that. Like if we say a joke and then let's say Kenny and Armando say the same joke and then like I don't know, David and Amy say the same joke and then they'll show all of us and then people think that because we all said the same joke that it's been given to us, but it's not. It's just
Oh,
because think about it, like you're having to come up with so many jokes that
mm-hmm.
like let me use a scene for example, like when Big Ed was in the shower with that rat, like there's only one thing people are focusing on is like, oh my god, there's a rat in the shower. So clearly you're gonna make a joke about that specifically, and there's only so many directions you can go in with a joke.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I mean, like again, I always tell people like, I wish I could tell you that the shows were scripted and like, but the truth is that it's not. There really are people this fucked up, this crazy. There really are couples that are this toxic. I mean, it's crazy. Like the only magic is with editing, but still, like you have to film
Yeah.
the content to be able to edit it. You know what I mean? So, do you clip pause for you to comment? Sometimes, yeah. Or like we go to bathroom or whatever, we'll pause it. You know, if we're getting into a longer discussion, then we definitely pause it. Yeah. All right.
Have you ever thing and then the producers kind of like let it slide, but then they're like, wait, what did you say, to like make it a bigger deal than what it like is?
Yeah, no, that's what I've always told people. So like the only time that we're ever doing anything that like you could say is not organic, like for example, if they're filming an interview with me on the streets of Colombia and they're asking me questions and right when I'm answering a long question, a motorcycle rides by with like no exhaust, then they're like, well, the sound is ruined. Can you repeat that? So then I'm trying to repeat what I just said. So, I mean, obviously, yeah, there's sometimes that like me and Veronica will talk over one another, and then it's like we need to get that clean. So, but it's you've already said it, so it's not something being handed to you. It's not a script. It's not a producer telling you what to say. It's just like again, TV. People think reality TV is just like two guys with cameras following you around, and it's not. For you to see the final product the way that it is, it's a lot focused on the audio being clean. You know, if you watch YouTube, for example, you can tell the difference in the YouTubers that really think about their audio and really don't. Audio makes a huge difference with the way we interpret stories or, you know, TV. So there's a lot of thought in the logistics of just making it look TV worthy of like a professional, you know, presentation. Not professional content, but a professional presentation where you watch it and it feels like you're watching a real TV show, not something somebody filmed with their phone.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, I'm in Florida, so it's late here, but thank you so much for having me.
All right, thank
Good
you very
talk.
much.
All right, good night.
Bye-bye. That is the first time that someone dismissed me off of the live. All right, well, it's late. Peace, thanks. That is amazing. Okay. Well, I think on that note, I'm gonna go because this live's gonna cut off. Guys, thank you very much. Had fun tonight. We did like almost 3 hours. It's been the longest live in a hot minute. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys sooner than later. It is Darius's birthday tomorrow, so if you follow Darius on Instagram, make sure you send him a happy birthday. He's 44. He always turns a year later, and then I'm 6 months after, so I always make fun of him for being older. But all right, guys, good night.